Oh yeah. Does that ever look delicious? Mmm. Mmm. Is that ever good? Dutch oven lamb in the middle of the bush. Can't beat it. Mmm. This turned out perfect. It's a pretty good day so far. Pretty good day. Looking forward to a nice sleep tonight. Nice fresh air out. Got a little bit of work done today. And a nice hot meal. Well, it's nice just to sit around a nice campfire after a good dinner like that. Relax. Got a pile of wood here I'm going to burn through. Then slip back into the tent, throw on an audiobook, and go to sleep. With that said, we'll say good night and see you in the morning. It's my favorite breakfast out in the bush. So what an excellent night last night. Hot tenting adventure out in the bush here, quite a ways out. Found this spot. Looks like it's a regular camp out spot for ATVers and snowmobilers and stuff. I'm not sure anybody camps out here. I think it's just along the way and they stop by and have a cookout and carry on their way. We're quite a ways out in the bush here, and there is a quad trail that runs right past here, so obviously that's how I got here. So I thought it'd be a perfect spot, and I have to say I do love it here. It's a very nice spot, and there's lots of wood to harvest for campfire and the wood heater in the tent. So yeah, it turned out to be really good. So as it turned out, I ended up cutting the perfect amount of wood for the night. I had more than enough for the campfire. Ended up burning it all in one shot there before I went in the tent and retired for the night. And then the amount that I had in the tent was the perfect amount. I got 3 or 4 pieces left after running the stove all night. It was burning all night, and had enough to make coffee and porridge for breakfast. So it worked out really good. Gives me a good idea for what I need. And what I ended up using for wood last night was just, there's some blowdown spruce just back over this way. Nice big limbs, about yay round, right? So I went and knocked a bunch of those off, cut them into pieces long enough for the wood stove, and I used that in a big pile in the corner of the hot tent. Used that all night. Worked out really good. The limbs seemed to burn longer, and I think it's because the rings on a limb are tighter, so it doesn't burn as fast as, say, like you cut down a tree and use the trunk for rounds and split them into segments. It just seems to be tighter with the limbs, and it's less work. I don't have to buck down or buck up a log and then use an axe to split it into, proper size pieces for the wood stove. So I think moving forward, that's the way I'm going to do it. Works out really good. It's more efficient, and it seems to last. Like I said, I had that wood stove going all night. I had it damped down, and the inside of the tent was nice and comfortable. Not too hot, not too cold. I get up every probably 3 hours and stoke the fire, and there were still lots of embers in the wood stove, so I didn't have a problem with it reigniting. I got into that habit from the cabin, from the previous winters of waking up and checking on the stove. I guess it's just ingrained in me now. I don't have to worry about the stove going out because I'll wake up, and it must be a temperature thing. I feel the temperature change in the cabin and the tent, and I just get up and stoke the stove. It's one of those things that's on my mind. So it ended up being nice and comfortable last night. Can't complain. As a matter of fact, I had to open up the little tent door there because I sleep my head towards the tent door. Just open it up enough for a little breeze to come through, and I'm breathing in cold air. Nice and hot in the tent. Knocked me out. It was perfect. And a couple times last night, the couple times that I did wake up to stoke the stove, the wind picked up. I could hear the wind whistling through the trees, and it seemed like it was raining a little bit. There was a bit of rain action on the tent. Not a lot, just a light sprinkle. But it was nice to be able to fall back to sleep to that. So I'm just going to finish off my porridge here. And while I'm doing that, the stove is cooling down because it's still quite hot. And I'm going to slowly start breaking camp in the meantime, cleaning up, leaving the place as I found it. Pick up any trash I left behind, make it look nice for the next person. But I sure have enjoyed myself out here. Very peaceful. I can see why people use this as a cookout spot for their ATV trips. I definitely will be back here. It's very nice. I can just imagine what it looks like with the snow in the winter time. So this is what I had left over for wood from inside the tent overnight. Worked out pretty good. And all these little rounds are branches, limbs that come off of a blowdown spruce. Nice and dry, grain's really tight. So they end up burning pretty long time. Even that, you can tell they're tight just by the weight, right? But from now on, this is what I'll be burning in that tiny little wood stove. Works out real good. Efficient and easy to get. The camp's all broken. We're all packed up and ready to head out. Looks really good here. I'm pretty impressed by this spot. Wasn't quite sure what I was going to think of it when I first showed up, but I really do enjoy it here. Looks like we got some fog heading in, so we'll be heading out here right shortly. Anyway, that'll do it for another episode here on the Bushkateer Adventures Hot Tenting. If you made it with me this far, I thank you, and we'll talk to you later.